Hello, my dear students. Exams are just around the corner. I know. And this chapter on water resources can feel a little tricky, right? But don't you worry. What if I told you this entire chapter is just one big, simple puzzle? Come on, in the next few minutes, we are going to solve it together, and I promise you will be fully ready for this topic. Let's begin. Okay, so let's start with a big number you've heard so many times. 75%. That's right, 3/4 of our Earth is covered with water. It's why we call it the blue planet, It's just this beautiful blue marble in space. So if that's true, it leads us to a really, really important question. If there is so much water everywhere, why do we always hear about water shortages, about pani ki kami? This, my students, is the main puzzle of the chapter. How can there be so little when there is so much? It doesn't make sense, right? Well, let's put on our detective hats and find out exactly why. Now, you might think the problem is just less rain, but it's not that simple. Oh no, the real reasons are much more interesting and, well, a little more complicated. So let's investigate the real causes of water scarcity, especially here in India. So first things first, let's get the definition absolutely right. See, water scarcity isn't just about having less water. It's also about the water we have being too dirty or polluted to use. So you have to think of it as two separate problems, okay? A quantity problem, not enough water, and a quality problem, bad water. And what causes it? Using too much, wasting it, and the fact that not everyone gets a fair share. So, let's focus on India. Why is this such a big issue for us? Well, just think about it like a chain reaction. Our population is huge, and it's growing. More people means we need more food. More food means more farming, and farming needs a lot of water for irrigation. At the same time, our cities are getting bigger, our industries are growing, and all of them are thirsty for water. So where do we get it from? We keep digging deeper and deeper, pumping out groundwater like there's no tomorrow. And now, for the quality part. I want you to imagine a river that's full of water. Looks great, right? But what if it's filled with dangerous chemicals from factories and pesticides from farms? Can you drink that water? Of course not. It's hazardous, it's dangerous for our health. So you see, even if there's plenty of water, if it's polluted, it's useless. Dirty water is just as bad as no water. So, facing this huge challenge, what did India do right after we got independence? We went for a big, bold, modern solution, these massive projects called multi-purpose river projects. You and I, we just call them dams. And back then, they were seen as the key to India's bright future. In fact, our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, was so hopeful about these dams that he gave them a very special name. He called them the temples of modern India. Just like temples were at the heart of our culture and life for centuries, he believed these dams would be the heart of a new, progressive, and developed India. Just look at this picture of the mighty Hirakud Dam. It really captures that grand vision, doesn't it? These projects weren't just about stopping water. No, they were meant to be multi-purpose. They were built to give water for irrigation, generate electricity, control floods, provide water to cities, and even create spots for fishing and boating. One dam, so many benefits. But, and this is a very big but, bacho, so please pay close attention. This is a very important exam topic. Every coin has two sides. While dams gave us power and irrigation, they also caused big problems. They completely changed the river's natural flow, which is very bad for the fish and other aquatic life. And worst of all, building these huge dams meant that thousands and thousands of local people, many of them tribals, had to leave their homes and their lands forever. Now here comes the most ironic part. It's a real shocker. Dams, which are built to control floods, can sometimes actually cause them. How is that possible, you ask? Well, over the years, all the silt and mud in the river gets collected at the bottom of the dam. This is called sedimentation. And slowly, it fills up the space for water. So when there are very heavy rains, the dam can't hold all the water anymore, and, you guessed it, it can cause a massive flood. The solution becomes the problem itself. So if these huge modern dams have so many issues, is there another way? What's the alternative? Well, maybe the answer isn't in some new technology. Maybe it's in our own ancient wisdom. Let's talk about a brilliant, simple idea called rainwater harvesting. Have a look at this simple drawing. This is rooftop rainwater harvesting. The idea is so beautiful and simple. You just collect the rain that falls on your roof through a pipe, and you store it to use later.
In places like Rajasthan, this rainwater is called Palar Pani, and it's considered the purest, sweetest form of natural water you can find. So smart.
And to store this precious Palar Pani, people in Rajasthan built these amazing underground tanks called Tankas. Some of them were as big as a room in your house. Just imagine, it's like having your own personal water bank right under your courtyard. You make deposits during the monsoon, and then you can withdraw clean, fresh drinking water whenever you need it, all year round. Absolutely genius. And now check out this incredible jugaad from Meghalaya. This is a 200-year-old system of bamboo drip irrigation. They use nothing but bamboo to make these long pipes that carry water from streams far away. And the best part? The water is delivered literally drop by drop right at the base of the plant. There is almost zero wastage. It's such a perfect example of using what you have to create something amazing and sustainable. All right, my champions, here we are. Let's get you 100% ready for your exams now. This final section is your master key to scoring full marks in this chapter. So, full concentration for just a few more minutes.
Now, this is a question you will very likely see in your exam paper. It's a favorite for 5 marks. Why is it essential to conserve and manage our water resources in India? Let's build the perfect answer for it right now, together.
Here it is, your perfect 5-point answer. Just remember these points. Number 1, to protect our health from diseases that spread through bad water. 2, to make sure we always have enough food to eat, which depends on agriculture. 3, to protect our beautiful forests, rivers, and wildlife. 4, to keep our economy running, because all our industries need water. And finally, number 5, to prevent a huge ecological disaster. Just memorize these 5 points, write 1 sentence explaining each, and you are all set for full marks.
So, we've learned so much today, but learning is only the first step. The real magic happens when we apply it. So my question for you is, what is one small change you will make today in your own home to save water? Maybe you'll turn off the tap when you brush your teeth, or maybe you'll ask your parents to fix a tap that's leaking. Just think about it. Every single drop counts. All the very best for your exams, my dear students. You are all going to do wonderfully.